Students, here we start with a very interesting lecture of embryology, spermatogenesis. So therefore, in spermatogenesis, the definition will be maturation of the primordial male germ cell within the wall of seminiferous tubules is known as spermatogenesis. So it is the entire process of maturation of the primordial male germ cell in the walls of seminiferous tubules of testes. That entire process is called spermatogenesis. It is homologous with oogenesis. So spermatogenesis, now once the definition is over, the main component is, it is divided into three basic stages. The first stage will be spermatocytosis. Please note down this stage, spermatocytosis. Second stage will be meiosis. Meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. And third stage is spermiogenesis. So it will be known as spermiogenesis. Please note down spermiogenesis. So therefore, three different stages. All these three stages are important. First is spermatocytosis. So in order to start spermatocytosis, in order to understand this, very simple flow chart which you need to draw in exam, also in writing the short note. So spermatocytosis will start with, here we will draw one cell and the chromosomes 44XY. So it is diploid. It will contain 44 autosomes and XY sex chromosomes. So the name is primordial germ cell. So this is the primordial male germ cell. They are the primordial male germ cells. Now, remember, please note down, this entire process of spermatogenesis will start at the age of puberty. Please note down. So spermatogenesis will start only when the male child reaches the age of puberty. So at that time, the primordial germ cells having chromosome pattern of 44 autosomes and XY sex chromosomes will undergo mitosis. As it will undergo mitosis, here we will write mitosis. It will divide into, each primordial germ cell undergo mitosis will divide into two dark type A spermatogonia. This word is very important, please note down. So it will divide into dark type A spermatogonia. Please note down, it is a dark type A spermatogonia. Here also it is dark type A spermatogonia. Please note down, dark type A spermatogonia. Two dark type A spermatogonia are produced, they are formed, they are developed as a result of mitosis, and the number of chromosomes again will remain the same, 44XY. Mitosis. Now, both of them are dark type A spermatogonia. Now, each dark type A spermatogonia, so we'll take only one, we will not show both, one. So, each dark type A spermatogonia will again undergo mitosis once again. Please note down, this flow chart is very important. If the short note is asked on spermatogenesis, you have to draw this flow chart and write accordingly. The points should be mentioned according to the flow chart. So you write this short note in such a way that only points should be mentioned. So each dark type A spermatogonia will undergo mitosis and it will divide into, once again, two more cells, and these two cells will form one light type A spermatogonia. Please note down, it will form one light type A spermatogonia and other dark type A spermatogonia. Please note down, the other cell is dark type A spermatogonia. So please understand, each of the dark type A spermatogonia will undergo mitosis and will develop into one light type A spermatogonium, another dark type A spermatogonium. Now, number of chromosomes, so the number of chromosomes will remain the same, 44XY. Now, please note down, this dark type A spermatogonium which is produced will be reserved preserved for future generations of mitosis. So this will be reserved, it will be preserved, this dark type A. Light type A spermatogonia A, that is light type A spermatogonium, will undergo, once again it will undergo mitosis. So as it undergoes mitosis here, it will develop into, once again, two more cells, and here each light type A spermatogonium will undergo mitosis. So therefore the two cells which will be formed, here I will draw one cell and here I will draw another cell. So these two cells which are developed, they are known as spermatogonia type B. This will be known as spermatogonia type B. Here also spermatogonia type B. So these two cells are spermatogonia type B, mitosis. So once again here, number of chromosomes will remain the same, 44, here also 44XY. So 44XY, 44XY. This is spermatocytosis. Still one more stage is left. Now please note down, once again, from primordial germ cell, each has undergone mitosis to form two dark type A spermatogonia. Now each dark type A spermatogonia will undergo mitosis to form one light type and one dark type spermatogonia A. The dark type A spermatogonium will be preserved for the future generations, and only the light type A spermatogonium will undergo mitosis to form, once again, two spermatogonia type B. Now here at this stage, please note down that here this stage will progress till 4 generations of spermatogonia B are produced. This stage will take place till 4 generations of spermatogonia B are formed. Now each spermatogonia B, please come on this side now, each spermatogonia B. So here once again 44XY spermatogonia B, I am taking 1. So each spermatogonia B will undergo mitosis once again, it will undergo mitosis once again, and it will develop into 2 primary spermatocytes. So therefore here these are the primary spermatocytes, and number of chromosomes will remain the same, 44XY, 44XY. So therefore now we have seen that each spermatogonium B will undergo mitosis and will develop into 2 primary spermatocytes. Here we complete first stage. Which is the first stage? Please come on this side. Spermatocytosis is over. Now we enter the second stage, meiosis. In meiosis we will undergo 2 meiotic division. Basically it is very simple. The entire process is very simple. Once you understand this flow chart, it will be very, very simple. So meiosis we enter, and please come on this side. So meiosis will take 1 primary spermatocyte. For the sake of simplicity and clarity, we will take only 1 primary spermatocyte, otherwise it will happen in both the primary spermatocytes. 1 primary spermatocyte will undergo first meiotic cell division. So the first meiotic cell division will be taking place on primary spermatocyte. So this primary spermatocyte will enter the first meiotic division, and we know that first meiotic division is a reduction division. So therefore 2 cells will be developed. Now see the difference between the primary spermatocytes and primary oocytes of oogenesis. Now in oogenesis in meiosis 1, 2 cells were developed, but those 2 cells were unequal. One was carrying maximum cytoplasmic volume, which was known as the secondary oocyte, and another cell was carrying minimum cytoplasmic volume, which was known as first polar body. Here, in first meiotic division in spermatogenesis, there will be development of 2 cells which are equal in size, and both the cells are known as secondary spermatocytes. So we will write down secondary spermatocytes. Here also secondary spermatocytes. Reduction division. So what will be the number of chromosomes? It will reduce by half. So 22 autosomes plus 1 sex chromosome. So here it is X5. So X will go over here in one of the secondary spermatocyte and Y will go here in another secondary spermatocyte. So therefore, the two daughter cells that are formed as a result of first meiotic division, these two daughter cells will have, one will carry 22X, another will carry 22Y chromosomes. Now, here it is very important, each of these secondary spermatocyte will undergo second meiotic division. So here in this space we will just accommodate, and this secondary spermatocyte will undergo, here I will write down second meiotic division. This is the second meiotic division. So therefore, as a result of second meiotic division, each secondary spermatocyte will form two spermatids. So this each secondary spermatocyte will form the two spermatids. Here I am drawing the two spermatids. Here also, each secondary spermatocyte will form two spermatids. And therefore, here I will write down, they are known as spermatids. Please note down, these cells are known as spermatids, T-I-D-S. So spermatids, they are developed. Now this second meiotic division is not a reduction type of division, it is a homotypical division, so the number of chromosomes will remain same. So therefore here, this is 22X, so the daughter cell, spermatid, will also have 22X and 22X. Here, this secondary spermatocyte is having 22Y, so the daughter cells, spermatids, will have 22Y and 22Y chromosomes. Therefore, this is the difference between the second meiotic division of oogenesis and the second meiotic division of spermatogenesis. In the second meiotic division of oogenesis, there was development of one mature ovum and second polar body. And here, in the second meiotic division of spermatogenesis, there is development of four spermatids. Two spermatids carrying X type of chromosome, two spermatids carrying Y type of chromosome. So here, if we come on this side, we finish meiosis. Now we enter the stage of spermiogenesis. So please come on this side. We'll take the help of this board, this page. So spermiogenesis, it is definition of spermiogenesis. After the development of the four spermatids, there will be morphological transformation of spermatids into spermatozoa. This process is called spermiogenesis. Please note down, spermiogenesis, once again spermiogenesis is the morphological transformation of spermatid into spermatozoon, singular, or plural, spermatids into spermatozoa. So it is nothing but a morphological transformation, spermiogenesis. Here with the help of line diagram, we are going to understand this morphological transformation. For example, if I draw here, it is basically very simple. If I draw here a spermatid. Now this is spermatid, it is a cell, very simple. And if I show this with different colors, let me show this with different colors. So therefore here I will show that it will carry nucleus. So here this is the nucleus, and along with the nucleus in the upper part there will be the Golgi apparatus, the Golgi apparatus. So this will be the Golgi apparatus here, and meanwhile we can note down this will be the nucleus here, this will be the Golgi apparatus, then there will be presence of, here I will show, there will be presence of two centrioles, anterior and posterior centrioles. One centriole, anterior centriole is horizontal, other is vertical. So therefore, these are the two centrioles. Here I will write down, I will mark this as centrioles. So structure number 1, nucleus, structure number 2, Golgi apparatus, structure number 3, the two centrioles, anterior centriole, posterior centriole, anterior centriole, posterior centriole. And structure number 4 will be, there will be mitochondria. So there will be mitochondria which is present inside the cytoplasm of spermatid. So therefore, here I will mention this as mitochondria. This will be the mitochondria. Now, considering these 4 types of cytoplasmic organelles, we will draw now morphological transformation from spermatid to spermatozoon. So this is one spermatid and one spermatozoon we are going to draw. So only rough diagram, rough representation, it will develop into head, then it will develop into body, and then this body will develop into a tail. So here you just have to mention head, this will be the body, and here this portion will be the tail portion of spermatozoon. Now please note down one thing, when you are asked the short note of spermatogenesis, this is only a rough diagrammatic representation. Do not draw the entire spermatozoon including all the deep characteristic features, because that is another short note. That short note which will come up in the next segment is draw and label a structure of spermatozoon. Or it can be asked like, write a short note on transformation of spermatid to spermatozoon, or write a short note on mature spermatozoa. If these 3 patterns of short notes are asked, then and then only you have to draw the entire spermatozoa. That I will come up in the next segment. This, our short note topic is spermatogenesis. So very fast you have to wind up with the transformation of spermatid to spermatozoon. So we have to wind up very fast. So therefore, the mature spermatozoon will have head. Here there will be neck portion. So here you can note down this between head and body, the neck portion. So between head and body, neck portion, and below the body will be tail. So the nucleus will be converted into the head portion. So here please draw this head portion, and this will be the nucleus. The entire nucleus of spermatid will be converted into the head of the spermatozoon. Please note down. Second important point, Golgi apparatus. So the Golgi apparatus will cover the head, it will cover the upper 2/3 of the head of the spermatozoon, and this Golgi apparatus will form, what it will form? It will form the acrosomic cap. So acrosomic cap, which is also known as Calia capitis, acrosomic cap, is developed from Golgi apparatus of spermatid. Then we come to the centrioles. The centrioles, one of the centriole will remain in the neck portion, and the other centriole, the posterior centriole, will have axial filaments which will pass out of the posterior centrioles. So the axial filaments will project out of the posterior centriole, they will pass through the body, and they will pass through the tail, and they will form the flagella. They will form the flagella of the tail. So the axial filaments will compose the core of the body and the tail, and these axial filaments will develop from posterior centriole. And the same posterior centriole will settle. It will settle down here at the junction of body and tail as a ring-like structure which will be known as annulus. It will demarcate between body and tail. And the last structure, mitochondria. This mitochondria will cover the axial filaments of the body. It will cover in such a way that this mitochondria will form a spiral sheath-like structure. This mitochondria will form a spiral sheath-like structure. Mitochondria will cover the axial filaments of the body. So this is how the process of transformation, morphological transformation of spermatid to spermatozoon will take place, where these four structures, Golgi apparatus, nucleus, centrioles and mitochondria will develop in this way. So here we finish the last one, spermiogenesis. So here we finish our spermiogenesis. Now in the last, what you need to note down will be the entire process of spermatogenesis will take place around 64 days. It will take 64 days to transform primordial germ cell into spermatozoa. So this entire process will last for 64 days and it will take place in seminiferous tubules of the testes. And when these spermatozoa are developed within the seminiferous tubules, they are non-motile. They will be taken up by suction effect into the epididymis. And once they travel in epididymis and vas deferens, the secretions from the accessory sex glands, accessory male sex glands, they will add to the motility of the spermatozoa, and also it will be enhanced by the movement of the tail of spermatozoon. In the tail of spermatozoon, when I am coming up with the next segment of the structure of spermatozoon, we will see that the axial filaments will form the main part of the tail, and this lashing movements of the tail of spermatozoa will help in the motility of the sperm, that is motility of spermatozoa. And in the last, many a times it is asked in one mark question answer, 200 to 300 million sperms are emitted in a single ejaculate. So please note down. There are 200 to 300 million sperms in a single ejaculate, male ejaculate. There will be 200 to 300 million sperms. Now, the total amount of semen which is ejaculated is 2 to 5 ml. Now, if the number of spermatozoa is 20 million or less per ml, then that male will be known as sterile. So, the cases of sterility is designed on this. The cases of sterility will be upon the number of spermatozoa. That is, if they are 20 million or less per ml, then those cases are known as sterile cases. So here we complete a very interesting and important short note, that is spermatogenesis. Thank you very much.